How's it going, YouTube's Undying Art, bringing you another figure review. Today we have a wave review, which is going to take, hopefully not long, but I have a feeling it's going to take a long time. So we have the Marvel Legends Khonshu Build-A-Figure wave. Basically, I think it's called Disney Plus wave, maybe wave 3 or 4. I think it's 4, or maybe 3. But anyway, we've got a lot to get through, so let's get on into it. So I thought I'd try and pair them into pairs that make sense. Kind of like, this is the Loki pair, obviously. This is the... Do these call it Old Man Loki or Classic Loki? I just got rid of the box, so I don't know. Either Old Man Loki or Classic Loki, played by the wonderful and talented Richard E. Grant. And then He Who Cringes, He Who Remains, which I can't stand. But as a figure, it's not bad, it's a good representation. Just I hate the character with a passion. So let's get on to the one I hate the most first. So like I said, the likeness to John Bishop, I can't remember his name, is very good. And the outfit is good. Looks a bit weird though, kind of looks like a Roman with like the weird armour and then a skirt. And then there's the temporal shift thing. And there's the apple that he eats, because he's a villain. Then he's got nice sandals. And then a nice looking coat, but again, I just don't like the character, so whoops, I dropped it. This is definitely a standout piece. I hope that Cosmic Capes is planning to make a cape for him, although looking at the sculpt, you'd have to cut around it in the zigzag to get the cape off, unless they do an entire piece that goes on top. That would be cool. But anyway, the outfit's cool, it's nice and grimy from when he is in the like end of time place with the fart monster, with the fart poopy dog thing, purple thing. And the sculpt is really, really good. Pretty sure it's all new sculpt. And I like the hands. I think these are the female hands. Or maybe it's a new sculpt. And then the energy effect is definitely a new sculpt. It's a good thing I'm not using green screen anymore, because that would look horrible on here. It looks really, really cool. And likeness to Richard E. Grant is pretty good, especially in the smiling head sculpt. It's a shame my horn is bent. And then he also comes with the opposite hands, so a splayed out hand for the right hand and an energy effect for the left hand. And he also comes with another head sculpt that I can't put on. Wow, that's tight. And here is the other head sculpt. Not as good. And the fact it doesn't really come with any fisted hands or relaxed hands. It would look weird if you had him displayed looking all serene while using magic. Well, at least in my opinion. So I'll quickly get some magic on him. He's dead. I was going to say you can recreate the Asgard conjuring scene pretty well, and he definitely can. So I'm really happy with this, and He Who Remains can go and get sold, hopefully. Otherwise I'll have to take it apart and use it for fodder. So let's go on to quick size comparisons. So here is your Loki size comparisons. We have Mobius, Loki, He Who Cringes, and Sylvie. They do have a good sizes to each other. I think Loki is supposed to be... Sorry, there's two Lokis on the screen. Old Man Loki is supposed to be a little bit taller, but it works for me because, you know, as you get older you supposedly get smaller. So, yeah, it works. And then He Who Cringes is a decent size. He is the same size as Loki, which I've always found weird. Like, Loki is a god, so surely he should be bigger than everyone else, but I think the TV show just decided to completely forget that. But anyway, on to the next figures. I'm going to call this a random pairing because these are from two separate episodes. So we have Howard the Duck and Red Skull. So let's take a look at Red Skull first, which is basically just the SDCC First Avenger Red Skull, but with a cool comic / animated head sculpt, which I really like. Yeah, I really like that. And then Howard the Duck is basically a statue. So he's quite limited. His legs are stationary, but his arms go out. So you get most of the emotion from his arms. And he does have a ball jointed torso. And his feet do swivel, but if you swivel them too much, he can't stand, so what's the point? And as you can tell, I don't like Howard, so he's going to get sold. And I'll probably keep Red Skull because it's Red Skull. I really have no idea what to use as size comparisons, so here we have my mascot Punisher and the SH Figure Arts Final Battle Edition of Endgame. Bloody hell, let's start that again. So I'm not sure what size comparisons to use, so here is the mascot Punisher and the SH Figure Arts Endgame Captain America customised by me. As you can see, Red Skull's smaller than Cap, which, depending on your preference, is good or bad. Howard the Duck is Howard the Duck. I don't know what else to say. So let's go on to the other figures. So almost finally, here we have the Marvel Zombies from the What If show. This is the Scarlet Witch, Wanda, which is exactly what I was going to customise, so I'm really glad I didn't, because that saves me 70 quid. And then the Tony Stark / Iron Man. And then what came with Howard the Duck is Ant-Man in a I don't even know what to call that, a jar, a dome neck piece. And you know I had to try and give him the cloak of levitation, because you see him at the end of the show with it. So there's nothing really special with this, it's just a dome that comes off. I'm not sure why though, because there's no articulation here, so what is actually the point in having it removable? Iron Man is pretty cool. A new head sculpt, which looks very accurate to the show. And then a new sculpted rib cage, that's the word. And then just a bit of dirt thrown on top. Oh, he's also got a bone here sticking out. Any other bones? No. No. So it is the old Mark 50 body, so I'm going to kill everyone when knocking everything over. So it comes with a pair of fisted hands, and then a pair of repulsor hands, and then 2 repulsor effects. And I'll stand them back up and look at Wanda. I think the tagline for this way should be, none of them can fucking stand up. Maybe not the swear word though, because that won't be targeted at kids. So here is Wanda. Excellent sculpt, absolutely looks fantastic. And I love the extra bone, well, a rip there on the shirt. And then rip on the arm, and then a bone sticking out. Are her hands anything? A little bit of cut on her hand, a bit of blood, and then a cut here, and a cut there. And then I can't remember what's on her other arm, I think it's just cuts. It's just come with 2 energy effects, as you can see. I drop it on the floor. And you can also see like energy veins. I think this must be veins, or maybe it's cuts. No, because it's up here on her forehead. Yes, I think it's supposed to be energy, I'm not sure. So here is Wanda with an SH Figure Arts Infinity War. No, sorry, it's the Endgame, but it's the same suit. Scarlet Witch, and a custom Marvel Legends Multiverse of Madness Scarlet Witch. And as you can see, she's a bit taller, actually. So for some reason, Marvel Legends decided to make her the Age of Ultron. Was it Age of Ultron? Yeah, the Age of Ultron outfit. Or was it Civil War? Whatever it is, I think it's Civil War outfit a bit taller. Maybe that was a mistake, or maybe they originally intended for her to be that tall. And here is our official Marvel Legends zombies so far. Captain America and Iron Man. And then here is all my Marvel zombies. The customs you see are by Storm Spider Customs on Instagram. I'll leave a link in the description. And this suit, they fit really well together. I'm really happy with my small zombie army coming together. Lastly, here is the What If Spider Hunter, or no, Zombie Hunter Spider-Man, and I mean it's decent, but I just don't like this body mould at all, so I might eventually make an SH Figure Arts version of it. It'd just be a pain to sculpt that spider emblem as it's different to the MCU version. And now on to size comparisons between my customs. Here it is Storm Spider Customs Mark 50 Zombie and the Marvel Legends. As you can see, quite funnily enough, apart from the bone sculpt on the Marvel Legends, Alan's is actually better. It's got more accurate details, especially the cracked arc reactor that's completely missing from the official figure. And then the lighting is a lot cooler because it's blue instead of white. And then you also just died it up. And then judging the sculpts, or comparing the sculpts, I should say judging, custom versus official. I will say the official is better, but you know, it's official, and this is all sculpted by hand, so you really can't complain. And Hasbro just want to be extra annoying, and they changed the head sculpt, ball peg, so I can't actually do a head swap, so that's bloody annoying. And quickly, before we get on to the thing we're all here for, here is random FBI bloke. Oh, he's got a good detail, and he's got a nice card. Can you read what the card says? Hang on, sorry. Oh, it does say his name. Okay, it says James Wu. That's his name. It's on the standard suit body with new sculpted arms and a new coat and a new badge, but that's it. And the likeness is pretty good to the actor, but again, I don't care for it, so goodbye. But this is what we're all here for, not being able to see Khonshu because he's so big. Oh dear. Oh wow, even if I put him all the way at the back. Must be entertaining. So here he is, the Build-A-Figure himself, Khonshu. Just an incredible figure. I'm glad I got the wave just for this, and hopefully I can recuperate a bit of funds by selling the ones I don't want. So taking a look at the Raven beak, I'm assuming. Looks really, really cool. It looks like it opens, but it doesn't, so don't try that. But it is sculpted to look like that, which is very cool. Would be cool if it does open, that would be a really cool feature. Although it doesn't in the show, so why would you do that? And the outfit is so good, so good. I think I'll give it a brown and black wash, or maybe just a brown wash. Maybe a sandy wash. And the scepter or staff is cool. Mine's a bit warped, but that's alright. The detail on the back is really cool, just missing paint. And yeah, as you can see, he's got double jointed elbows, and his arm pops off so easily, I don't know why. Hopefully that's just a my figure thing and not yours as well. And then a wrist joint that goes in and out. Bit stiff, because I haven't used it yet. Like I said, his arm pops out really easily, but hopefully that's just a my product thing. He does have torso articulation. And his legs probably will kick out quite far, but oh no, it's not even hindered by the coat, even better. And there is a thigh swivel. That's very stiff. And his legs are on a double jointed knee. But again, very stiff because I haven't used it yet. Wow, yeah, that's very stiff. Out of context, that's a mad sentence. And then great movement at the feet. So now let's get on to size comparisons, which is what I'm most excited for. So here he is with my Moon Knights, and I really like how these look together. I think he's got a great height to him, and yeah, Hasbro haven't shafted him like they did Ultron. And then here he is with Mr. Knight from the Disney Plus show, and a comic Moon Knight on a custom body, just in case you wanted to use Khonshu as a comic version of Khonshu. You definitely could, I reckon. So I hope you enjoyed this figure review. slash wave review. Overall, the Khonshu is absolutely fantastic, and obviously the whole reason I bought it. But yeah, just a good wave overall, especially if you're into the Disney Plus show. And like I said, I'll be selling a few of them, but considering I was only going to keep Khonshu and Wonder, I'm now keeping all of them apart from He Who Cringes and Bloke again. I forgot his name. So yeah, I was going to say enjoy the photos at the end, but there are none. So I'll catch you next video. Peace.